Okay, so I'm actually pretty proud of my progress so far in this Pokemon test game that I've made. So I went from about like, I don't know, a year and a half ago to creating some stuff for Pokemon to actually like taking it pretty seriously over the past weekish. I've learned a lot about scriptable objects, which is a cool thing where I can basically just generate data, not specific like Unity objects, but actual data that I can plug into specific Unity objects, right? So Signal Beam will always have the same maximum power points, power, and accuracy, right? But every specific instance of Signal Beam will have, for example, the current power points that are available, right? So that's pretty cool. Same thing with Pokemon here. So if you look at like my Mareep, Mareep will have all its base stats, what its type is, because that's not going to change, right? Like none of this is going to change. As well as the list of moves it can learn and at what level. But for something like, for example, EVs and IVs, that's going to be for every specific instance, right? As well as like current HP versus max HP and all of its stats, not just its base stats. I also started working on this battle system, which is pretty cool. I actually was console logging their IVs. That's interesting. So basically, I just have it set up right now for it's like a Mareep and a Squirtle, and I think it actually says in my battle UI exactly. The level 15 Mareep and the level 9 Squirtle. I plugged in moves and basically having them do damage based on a number of factors. Let's see. So based on, you know, whether it's a physical or a special move and doing all these different calculations that are actually accurate to regular Pokemon. This is not even close to done because in actual Pokemon there's like, oh god, there's so much to it, right? It includes what the multiplier or the modifier includes like weather and, you know, critical chance and same type attack bonus and whatnot. So I'm just working with type effectiveness right now. As well as effects, this was something that I was scared was going to be really difficult, but actually applying effects. So let's say I use Thundershock on this Squirtle, right? So Squirtle took damage, super effective, 16 damage. You can see now it's at 11 HP. Thundershock only has a 10% chance to paralyze, so in this case it did not paralyze, which makes sense. But if I use something like Thunder Wave, that has a 90% accuracy, but if it actually hits, it will always paralyze the target. So now you can see that Squirtle is paralyzed. And if I do Thunder Wave again, I actually missed. That's interesting. So, okay, maybe I should program it so that you can't get a duplicate status. It actually is programmed in here for, what is it, apply status. So if target.status is status none, then apply the status. Otherwise, don't do anything. But you can see that, you know, for paralysis, for example, it'll say, hey, this person became paralyzed, might be unable to move. So I'm pretty excited about this progress so far. I'm having a pretty good time. There's some very complicated shit in here already. I actually just wrote a for each loop for a dictionary, which is just kind of like an object in JavaScript or a hash in Ruby, which is very interesting because you see here that it actually takes in the key value pair as opposed to the dictionary, and you have to work with that. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this progress. It's pretty nuts. Oh man.